Hey guys, so I typically like to do account showcases right before entering a major celebration, so anniversary or Legends Festival. So today we're going to be taking a look at my account, the status of my box, my equipment collection, my resources. We're going to go through everything. I typically, again, like to do these twice a year before anniversary and Legends Fest. And I actually have gotten a lot of requests from you guys to get one of these videos out too. So yeah, you guys seemingly enjoy these. So I think the first thing that we usually like to do with these is to start off with the character box showcase. Let's go over to the character list here, and we can sort of take a look at the power level we have on the top right hand of the screen. So we're at 746 million power level. Now that is obviously a combination of the power level of all the individual characters that I have in my collection. If we take a look at the actual limit break status of my entire box, there are only a few EX characters that I don't have 14 stars at this point. We have Bergamo, Champa, Vados, Kale, Cell Jr., and Metal Cooler. Of course, Shallot, you cannot get more than 8 stars currently for him. Metal Cooler just came out on the PyCon banner. Now, Bergamo and Kale both came out on the Revival UI banner, and they've only been back once. They came back on this PyCon banner, and that was it. So this is only the second time they've ever appeared on a banner. So I wasn't able to finish them yet. But essentially, everything in the game is maxed out here. So yeah, again, the power level is basically just an aggregation of the power levels of each individual character. Now, there is a way to get a higher power level as opposed to just getting stars on the characters. Like, you could also, obviously, Zenkai characters, and you get power level through that. You can arts boost characters because that gives them extra power level as well. I actually have a lot of arts boost material that I have not used yet. So if I wanted to boost my power level even further, I could do that. We'll go through the material that I have access to and that I have available to me, but yeah, just keep in mind that I could theoretically boost this a lot higher if I used up all my arts boost material. If we go back to the power level sorting here, everything that can be Zenkai'd is Zenkai'd. Everything is max soul boosted. You guys know the drill with that. We can take a look at the equipment here now. So if we go over here, now they just implemented the godly rank equipment mechanic feature. I guess feature. It's not really a mechanic. The God rank equipment feature, which essentially is just, you know, higher than Z+. It's more close to being perfect. The designation God for equipment means that the equipment is more close to being perfect than it was when it was a Z+ equip. That's typically what it means, right? You have higher rolls in the equip than you would on a Z+ equipment. Well, technically, I guess, right? So when the update happened, basically whatever equipment you had that met the requirements to be designated as a God rank equipment became a God rank equipment. So if we filter here, I guess we would have to do it like this, right? Filter by rank. We should be able to theoretically see how many God rank equipments I have in my box right here. So if we add up how much equipment I have in my box, what is that? So that's 382 plus 619. So I have in total in my box, what is that, like 1,000 equipment? 1,001 equipment in my box right now. So where does this go until? So it goes until right here-ish. So just based on the positioning of that scroll bar on the right-hand side, how far down the screen is that? Like 3/4? So 75% of my box is God rank equipment. So if you round it down to 1,000 equipment in total that I have, 75% of that are God ranks. I guess it's safe to assume that I have around 750 God rank equips right now, which is, you know, not bad. Now, obviously, I'm going to strive to have a full box of only God rank equipment. So for the equipment that are not currently God rank, so if we scroll down to the bottom here and go through some of these Z+ equipments down, again, they're mostly Awakened equipment because it's just really tough to roll the necessary slot 1 that you would need on an Awakened equipment to mean that even like maxing out slots 2 and 3 would be a God rank. So for example, we could take a look at some of these Awakened equips here. So if we take a look at, I don't know, this Vegeta one right here, So this Vegeta one, we have a 16.4% roll in slot 1. Slot 2 and 3 are maxed out, fully, completely maxed out. But it's just the slot 1 is not high enough of a roll so that even if slot 2 and 3 are maxed out, that we'd be able to get a Gon rank on this. So when we get, hopefully, a Mega Bonanza during Legends Fest, I will go through and try and get as many of these Z pluses as God ranks as possible, but it's gonna be a long project here. I mean, it's not something that you can just do overnight. Like, look how many, we have a lot of equips here that are just Z plus. Okay, let's go back and sort. I usually have it sorted by order received because I know the order of that. Let's go back all the way up to the top. So that's my equipment collection. Now, one thing to mention about my equipment collection as well is that we are very, very close to running out of equipment collection space. On that, so of the original space that we have, by the way, 620 is the maximum amount that you could possibly have. We are 619 out of 620. And then in terms of the extra slots that you get for being subscribed to the Legends Pass system, I'm at 382 out of 400. So I only have, 19 slots that are available to me for new equipment. I am actually praying, please add more equipment slots during Legends Fest. We're getting to the point where, like, I'm just not going to be able to play the game if I don't get more slots here. So the equipment game is never ending. It's seemingly going to go on forever. So there we go. That's my character box, and those are my equipment. That's my equipment collection as well. By the way, this is being recorded before the Orange Piccolo equipment drops, which is why I don't have it here. Just have the tag Super Saiyan 3 Goku and Super Saiyan 2 Vegeta equips. Okay, I think we can just quickly go through some of my resources and items here. So for multi-Z power, I have a lot of multi-Z power stocked up just in case we ever need to bust out a lot or something like that. I have a lot of stock here. So that's my multi-Z power. Let's go through some of the... so item packs, obviously, we have nothing, because that's usually relegated to certain celebrations, which we probably will get some item packs for Legends Fest. Souls. So for Rising Souls, I have 190k of every single type of Rising Soul. The reason I'm not maxing them out, there's two reasons, actually. The first reason is because I anticipate we're probably going to get some kind of hoi poi system for Legends Fest. And we typically get tons of Rising Souls through the hoi poi system, so... wanted to give myself a little bit of leeway to not get capped, preemptively for that. And then the second reason is because I don't like being capped on any item, because that means that any other items I would have gotten will either just clog up my gift box or it'll be just discarded, and I don't want to waste resources like that, so I don't just have things being capped for no reason. Super Souls, I have 80,000 of every Super Soul 1 and 2, and the main reason why is because that's what you need to reroll unique equipment. Everything else doesn't really matter that much, right? Every other type of Super Soul, I'm never going to run out of these. So, and then for Zenkai Souls, I don't really pay attention too much to Zenkai Souls because, again, I'm never really going to run out of these. As long as you do the daily bonus battles for the Zenkai Souls that you're low on, like, you're never going to run out of these. So I haven't really paid attention to those. So those are the Souls. Now, Arts Cores. Here is where we can talk about the Arts boosting system and one of the major problems that exists with this system. And that is... if we take a look at what each of these cores boosts, so the first core here boosts grades 1 through 30, core number 2 boosts grades 30 through 70, and then the third core boosts grades 70 through 99. So what do you guys think the problem is with that? We have one core that boosts 30 grades, we have one core that boosts 30 grades, and then we have a third core that boosts 40 grades. Do you think there's going to be a difference, I guess a differential in the amount of cores you're going to have to use for the one that grades 40 different levels as opposed to the other two? That's why there's such a big difference between, the grades 1 through 30, 70 through 99, and then the middle one, which is the 30 through 70. That's 40 levels, right? It's disproportionate. And so what ends up happening is what you see right here, which is we just have a lot less of the second arts core to use, which is annoying, right? It's just that's going to create a bottleneck for you. So what I'm actually thinking about doing is I actually have, if we go over to the exchange shop, I actually have capped seed exchange medals here. I am very, very, very conservative with my usage of the Arts Boost material because it's so rare. I would like to see how Legends Festival plays out, and I'm probably going to end up Arts Boosting a bunch of characters during Legends Fest. But I'm actually heavily considering, and I'm probably going to do this, buying a bunch of these mid-tier arts cores with seed metals just to get it caught up with the rest of them. And I think this is something you're going to have to periodically start doing if you're arts boosting a lot, because you're inevitably going to end up with less of the mid-level arts cores than the other two because of how much more it takes to use the middle ones to boost your characters up. So I'm probably going to end up doing this. All right, let's go back to items here. Art seeds, we just sort of took a brief look at how much I had, but I have a lot of art seeds. I have enough red, purple, green, and blue art seeds to fully max out one character of the typings of those. And then I have enough yellow seeds to max 2 yellow characters. So again, I just want to wait and see what the festival is going to give us, and then we can make a determination on who we want to boost here. So, okay, we still have more, I think. Training items, never going to run out of these. My biggest regret ever in Legends is not getting the Gentleman's Magazine during the first year anniversary. I think I picked Energy. Still terrible choice. Summon tickets or whatever. Metals and exchange items is going to give a pretty nice overview as to my current standing with a lot of these metals. So this is basically filling in for just like going through all the different exchange shops. This is where I'm at with all these resources. Rare metal, Z metal, stuff like that. You can just take a look at all this stuff here. Gold bars. So I actually have never used one of these, the super gold bars, because they're pretty rare. You can only get them through like the limited Hercule event that happens sometimes. We do have 999 of these. We got 39 of these. I'm waiting for them to add other stuff to this because I already have like 2 of each of the well, not 2 of each. I have 2 of the strike equipment, 2 of the blast equipment, and then I have 1 of the defense and 1 of the support type equipment. I think that's probably good enough with the Legends medals, so I'm just going to wait for them to add something else to there before I use those. And then here's some of the miscellaneous other currency items I have. I have a lot of dual coins. I have so many dual coins in my gift box, which we'll go through in a little bit. And then I have 791 of the great dual coins. Got some guild currency. And then we have fragments, which of course is what you use for equipment awakening. I got 4,000 of each of the normal fragments. And then I have 1,700 of each of the, what are these, like greater fragments? Rare fragments, sure. We can just quickly go through some of the exchange shops, although we pretty much saw everything we needed to see here. Here's my resources for the exchange shops. Here, nothing really much else to see there. We can check my gift box. We have a bunch of erasers in here. We have sparking metals, a bunch of dual coins, which I'm saving for the next reset of the shop. Seed metals, sparking, like there's a lot of stuff in here. I have 130 unclaimed things in here because I'm just capped on everything. I can't accept any of this. I'm capped on everything that's in here. But I'm using my gift shop as an extension of my inventory so that I can hold additional items. I have to just be really careful that, I accept this before they expire, which the oldest thing in here is 22 days left until it expires. So I have a bit of time before that expires there. We got a bunch of, hundreds of erasers in here. We got energy, stuff like that. So we got a lot of stuff in here as well. Something else they recently did as well is they made it possible to purchase CC up to 200,000 CC. Previously, it was 20,000. So we got a pretty significant boost in the amount of crystals that we could hold at one time. So we now have 203,000. You can see in the top right, hand side of the screen, 203,000 CC. Primed and ready to go for part 1 of Legends Fest, so we're definitely ready for that banner there. Of course, we have maxed out energy. They also added some, well, they didn't add this, but they renewed the character, I think it's technically called the character upgrade pack. I think it's the bottom right pack in here. Yeah, the character upgrade pack now includes energy. So this becomes a lot more of a desirable pack rather than what it was before. Which is, it basically was the same exact pack before, but they just added the energy to this, which is pretty helpful if you're running low on energy and don't mind spending a few dollars. Then we also have Zeni, not maxed out Zeni, but essentially maxed out Zeni. The Zeni cap is 9.9. It's just 9,999,999,999. But we're almost at the cap there. We also have pretty close to cap on the gold bars. I've actually found Zeni to be, so we have 277 gold bars here. I've actually found Zeni to be quite, I don't know, what's the word for this? It's It's actually like the game takes a lot of Zeni. Whenever you're upgrading equipment, it takes a lot of Zeni. Arts boosting now takes a lot of Zeni. I think Zeni is one of the bigger problems in the game right now, believe it or not. They definitely have recognized that as well, because they have given us these, what is this, these super gold bars or whatever they're called? Yeah, super gold bars, which I haven't touched these, but I mean, these definitely do help alleviate the pain of going through billions and billions and billions of Zeni in terms of upgrading equipment. And again, arts boosting does take a lot of Zeni as well, but I would like to see some additional reforms in terms of them lowering the cost of certain things to do with Zeni, because it just, in my opinion, takes way too much Zeni. Then we have, I guess, my Z level, which is 668. I think the thumbnail of this video might be a little bit outdated. I think I had it made like a week ago. I think it might say 667, but it's actually 668 here. I guess technically this can sort of count as like my 2,000 day account showcase as well, because we are basically at 2,000 days. Now there's a few things we can sort of take a look at in conjunction with the Z level, which are the missions here. Essentially, it's just going to be the Z missions. So log in for 2,000 days. I have mentioned this pretty much, I think, every single time I do an account showcase, but this account is a rerolled account. This account was rerolled on the blue Broly banner, the Legends Rising Blue Broly banner, the first ever banner that dropped post-release of the game. So this account is about a week / a week and a half post game launch. Like, this is not a day one account, but it's pretty damn close to a day one account, which is why I don't have the 2,000 day logged in mission completed. I'm just 4 days away. So yeah, technically it's not 2,000 days, but we're going to count this video as the 2,000 day account showcase. So we're pretty close to 669. We have, at this point, upgraded 94,143 equipments to rank A or higher. This mission is very easy to complete. So this mission goes up until 100,000. Once you reach 100,000 equipment upgraded to rank A or higher, this mission goes away. I'm not really in any rush to complete this fully. I'm just, having it be done over time. But I imagine probably... when do I think this is going to be done? I would probably say by February of 2024, I'll probably be finished with this mission here, if they keep releasing equipment at the same rate they've been releasing them recently. Arts boosting missions. I'm not sure how high this goes, but we have 9,819 arts boosts performed. We have 4,564 combined arts grades of 5,000. No. Combined arts grades, I guess is what that is, sure. So those are the missions. I guess we can just take a quick look at like events and story mode. So of course, story mode, we have everything done. Every single mission is completed. So that's completely caught up there. Probably going to get some kind of new story stages added during Legends Fest for sure. And then we have the actual missions here, which of course we have every single mission done, every stage done. Actually, I haven't done this full power battle yet, which I'll definitely get to doing because you can get arts boost material from this. Everything's done. Everything's done. Everything's done. So that's that. And then I think the last thing we can really show is going to be my status. So if we go over here, we have, I guess the first thing to look at is the total title boost. So they actually stopped having new titles give out stat boosts. They mentioned that there's, I think the term that they used was like, it would create an unfair advantage for players that have been playing the game for a longer period of time, which is like the dumbest argument I've ever heard, because guess what also gives you an unfair advantage over playing the game longer than other people? Your stars on your characters, summoning more, having access to more CC because you played longer. Like, I think that argument is so stupid. Where like, oh my god, you have titles that are going to give you more stats. Like, there's more pressing issues than dealing with titles giving stats, but it is what it is. So my current title status boost is going to be 30,350 here. I assume that's pretty close to maxed out. We have, again, 1,996 days logged in total. 541 characters owned, which is all the characters in the game currently. We have total wins in PvP, 29,818. those are my praise points. Story clears, that's the max you can have, I guess. So that is pretty much going to cover everything that there is to show about my account as of like pre-Legends Fest 2023. So we're talking like November 18th through the 22nd, in that range. That's when this video should be going up. So that's going to be it for this one. Hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you all in the next one.